Recording your progress. Here we go, everybody, with another teacher. Today we have Isabela Gomes. Today, today, Tuesday. Today is not Tuesday. Well, accepting people here, and there we go. Whoa, everybody's starting like getting now, getting in now. That's what I meant. Hi,
Hello. How are you doing?
I'm better now for presents. What about you?
Good, doing pretty good. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, it's a little low, but I can hear you. I'm wearing
All right.
headphones. Let
All
me see, we have
right.
more people here. Karen. Do you know,
Carries?
do you know her?
Yeah, my student.
Erivan do Sena.
Elisandro.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I like the background. That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, we know that today is going to be all about you and
Yeah.
yourself. I have
Me and
prepared here.
myself.
I have prepared here on ChatGPT.
Well, all
Yeah,
right.
questions. I think I'm gonna share here, especially to you, and I brought even the translation for those who are not understanding. We see that we got some students here. I don't know their levels yet, but the questions and the things are
Mm-hmm.
going to be directed to you.
All
So
right.
before I start here, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, sure. I'm Isabella. I'm 28 years old. I'm a nurse, but actually now I've been teaching English and just studying. And I'm from Tupã. It's a small city. Do you know Tupã?
I've heard about it, Tupa.
Yeah, it's near like Marília, Bauru.
Mm,
And then, but I left my parents' house when I was 19. And now I'm living in São Paulo, capital.
okay, got it. Well, but
Mhm.
how come did you go from like nursery to English?
Mm.
I've never seen a nursery teacher.
Yes. Um, I've been watching like since I was a kid, I've just like watching nurse in United States. That's why I started to learn English as well. Because nurse in United States, they're so needed as here in Brazil. So that's like that's why because I
Okay.
like to go to work in there or other country, maybe Canada or maybe Australia or maybe
Mm.
I don't know.
I have a question. Well, they
Yeah.
say the United States, I don't know if you are into it, but maybe you can answer me because you're in the area. The
Uh-huh.
nursery and the medicine stuff is a little more expensive than in Brazil. But if you were a
Yes.
nurse, do you earn more living there because you're a nurse by
Yeah,
studying med?
there.
Okay, say it, please.
Yeah. Do you mean like you can pay more
Yeah,
because they don't have the public service, right? As
yeah.
here, like SUS. They don't have SUS. So if you like call an ambulance in United States, you gotta pay like $5,000 at least.
Like
So that's
5,000.
why, yes, that's why it's so like you get paid so well
Mhm.
because the health service there it's so expensive. Like if you go to a dentist, it's like at least $1,000.
Like
That's
to
why.
clean.
That's why you. Mhm.
Okay, got it.
That's why you need an insurance, a good insurance.
Uh-huh.
But even though you have insurance, you have to pay something when you go to a doctor or if you call an ambulance.
Okay, that's
Yes,
interesting.
it's
That's interesting because in
uh-huh.
Brazil we don't like SUS that much, but if you compare to United States, they like stop to think like, oh, wait. In other countries, it's different, right? Well, I've heard
Yes.
something about Beverly Hills in you. What's up to Beverly Hills in you?
Oh, Beverly Hills. I've been there last year. We did a crazy trip. Um, First of all, I met my friend in 2016, and then when I was in United States, I messaged her like, "Are you here in United States?" And she's like, "Yes." And I was like, "Do you want to go like Utah or Nevada, like Las Vegas or near there?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm going with some friends." And we have space if you want to join us. And I was like, oh, all right, let's go. Because California, New York, Chicago, and Orlando was like, I gotta go. I gotta go so bad. And so we decided to get a flight to Las Vegas and rent a car. And we did like those four states,
Okay, awesome.
California, Nevada, Utah, and Arizona. So, and I was just Beverly Hills, Venice Beach just got my heart. So that's why.
If you could move to one of those places, which place that would be?
Maybe California, it's expensive.
Huh?
Yeah, like for example, the gas there was almost $6. And when I was living like in Tennessee, it was 255. It's double of the price.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But if I would go somewhere to live, of course, would be Utah or Minnesota or North Carolina, South
Or
Carolina.
Texas, or
I
whatever.
mean, yeah, I mean, if I would just choose one, it would be like North Carolina, Charlotte,
Okay, North
Charlotte.
Carolina, I've heard about it
It's a big city.
because of the
Yes.
beaches, or there's
I
no
mean, the
beaches.
people there, yeah, there's beaches in more in South Carolina,
Uh-huh.
but the people there, they're so friendly. They're so friendly. There and Minnesota. Minnesota is freaking cold. I got
Mhm.
like minus 28, but the people there are so friendly. Minnesota got my heart too. Like
I've
it's
been
almost
Canada.
Canada.
I've been Canada.
Yes, I've heard.
It was minus
Mm-hmm.
18, but minus 28, that might be like cold as fuck.
Yes, yes. I almost lost my hands. It was so bad. Like the snow was pretty. It's just so pretty. Like you can't even go outside with no
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
sunglasses on because it's
Oh,
so bright. It's so bright.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
Yeah.
Well,
But Utah, they have the best snow ever.
awesome.
I
I want to talk with
yeah.
you about that again because I love talking about traveling in the places. It's like
Ah, yeah.
living a
That's my
dream,
favorite
right?
thing to do. Yeah.
Well, first question it is to do with Beverly Hills. What lesson from your time in Beverly Hills that you find valuable in your teaching career? Something that you saw there that you thought like, I'm gonna teach it to my students, or I'm gonna say it to people, I'm gonna tell everybody about that.
I would say there's no space for anyone in Beverly Hills
There's no space.
because because the traffic was so bad.
Okay, okay.
Like 50 miles means almost 2 hours driving. Seriously. Like if you see the GPS, it's just like red, 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 red. But valuable, I don't know because I just stayed there for 3 days. But yeah, I don't know. With my teaching.
Oh, I was speaking with my microphone mute, but you can bring a lesson for anything, right? Not like a valuable lesson, but something that you learned there, a word, a sentence, a situation that you can like take for life, right? As in your career,
My career,
in your teaching career, yeah.
I have no idea. That's a tough question.
Yeah, I was
Um,
specific to GPT to be questions that you'll be like, "Ooh, nobody asked me this one before."
this is I don't know. I thought the people there were so friendly, but I didn't make like any friends there. Um, I just was hanging out with Brazilians, so
So
that's
maybe you were the
that's how.
friendly one. What?
Yeah.
What
What
happened? What?
did you live? All right.
So maybe you were the friendly one
Yeah.
because you were with Brazilians and etc.
Yes, I mean my experience there was just like with Brazilians. It's so hard to make friends when you live abroad.
Uh-huh.
I think you know this feeling, right?
And it's funny the way I don't know what's going on with my camera, but okay. It is funny the way that there are Brazilians everywhere, right?
Yes, everywhere. If you if if you shout out Brazilian, they're like, oh.
Look at my camera. My camera is like going out and in, but I am here. If you can hear me, it's okay.
Yeah, you are at the bottom of on the screen.
All right, no problem.
No
Question number
problem.
two. Can you share a unique, surprising experience you had while teaching that shaped your approach? I like this one.
Can you move the your screen to the left,
Yeah, actually, I think that's
please?
what's going on. I clicked it here to put my camera on it, and what
Oh
if
yeah, perfect.
awesome. Now you can read it.
Hmm. Can you share any surprising experience you had? Um, what are you teaching? Oh, I think there's some students, they are like so excited to speak. Like, I want to speak, I want to talk, I want to like unlock my English, but you have to like let them know they need to get it step by step, because your brain is just like adapting. And when you just started to talk with them, I was like, I needed to slow down and respect. And
Yeah.
because at the first I was just like, oh, I want they talk, I want they like do everything, but everyone has your own
That's
way,
right.
like,
Yeah. The
yeah,
timing,
your
right?
own time. Yes.
I like
I
to
mean,
say,
I took years. I took years to like to be able to talk. And why they have to talk, and you know?
I like to say
So,
that minds are like different plants. You may plant like the
yeah.
same seed in at the same day, but it's gonna grow only at the student's time. And I remember when in the
Hmm.
beginning I wanted to speak because I really wanted to show people that I knew
Yes.
how to speak, but they wouldn't understand me. And I was speaking so fast that I was like, I gotta slow down and be more realistic
Hmm.
and speak in a way people want to talk with me, not the way that I want to
Yeah.
talk. I know what you
Yes.
mean.
Yes. It is this feeling like, because I got kind of traumatized when I took some um English class in group, because everybody was speaking like, oh, are you a beginner? Yes, I am. And I was like, all right, I'm intermediate and I can't speak that way. And I
Mm,
was just like, please. And then when the teacher's like, oh, okay, Isa, it's your turn. I was like,
yeah.
shut up. Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh.
That's why we gotta have like a professional, like rule of nivellation, like what kind of level the students are. I remember being at Fisk in the advanced class. The advanced class was a conversation class, and the student asked, "Teacher, is between a verb?" And we were like applying to
And
I
you,
clouds. And no,
yeah.
and it's like advanced class, and the student is asking in English if between it is a verb. So how the hell is this guy here? This guy is an advanced speaker, but at the same time, he does not know that between is a verb. So what is being intermediate, being a basic, and being like advanced at
Yes.
the end, right?
Yeah, they might like, I think he doesn't know what it means between Portuguese, maybe.
Oh yeah, yeah. But that's interesting how linguistics is
Yes.
evolving on our minds, right? Well, question number
Yeah.
three. My camera is normal on back, I think. What book or movie has profoundly affected your view of the world and why? That's nice. Because the world is to us what we see of the world, right? It is not like, oh, the world is this way. So we have some references from biographies, movies, and other people that reflects this to us. What is life all about? This question is, what book in specific or movie
Arnold.
has profoundly affected your view of the world and why? This question is amazing.
Yeah, I would say Bible because I'm a Christian, but because I'm not a reader and a movie person, if I go watch a movie, I'm gonna sleep for the 30 minutes. the
Oh
30
no,
minutes.
how come?
Yes, yes. Like for example, I watched Titanic last
Uh-huh.
year because I was about to go in a cruise, and my friend was like, "Did you watch Titanic? Like, you're so crazy going in a cruise, like in the middle of the ocean, 3 nights, blah 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 blah." And I was like, "Yeah, I know the story,
You haven't
but I've
watched
never
it.
watched, and I never watched it because I remember when I was a kid, my mom's like, 'Don't watch this.' I mean, but always like,
Okay, I got it.
yeah, yeah." And I never like watch it. And then I watch it and I cried so bad. And I was scared about the cruise. It was like a week later. But
So,
I,
what a fucking idea, right?
yes. But the book that got me so good, and then I read was like 15 or something, the called O Menino do Pijama Listrado. I don't know this in
Ah,
English,
well, I haven't watched
but
it.
yes. And then I read this book, and then when I went to Germany, I was like, what the fuck? Like, you remember the story and everything. And I was like, oh, Germans. Yeah.
Oh,
But
German.
never like, but never like changed my life. It's just, yeah.
Okay,
No,
okay.
I'm
It's
not
fair
moving.
enough.
I'm a podcast person and a
Whoa, nice.
music person.
Which
Yes.
podcast do you like best?
The best one, it's called, I mean, my favorite one called Cimarelli Podcast. Nobody's know that. Nobody's know them because they're like five sisters from Nashville, and nobody's know them. But and another one, it's called Her Daddy by Alex Cooper. I like her accent. I try to do her accent. Actually.
Oh, when you have time, send it us on our WhatsApp group. I wanna hear them.
Oh yeah, yeah. She's from Pennsylvania.
Oh,
It's the
nice.
same accent as like Taylor Swift. Both are from Pennsylvania.
What do
I
they
like
talk
her
about?
their accent. She always interview like famous. They talking about everything,
Interesting.
like social life, work, everything at all. But the Cimarelli, they talk about routine, mental health.
Okay.
They're singers, so they talking about like you know what they're gonna release,
Oh, nice.
everything.
Nice. Got it.
Yeah.
Seems like the one that I hear. That's why I'm asking. I'm gonna share my own and you send yours to me.
Oh yeah, sure. And also the twins talk. I don't know if you know BNG. They are twins and they teach English.
No, by name,
And
no.
during their no BNG, and they're living United States, I think, but they're from Brazil. And they talking about like everything about English, like idioms, like everything, verbs,
Okay, daily
everything.
basis,
It's so good.
expression. That's nice.
Expressions, everything is so good. They help me a lot.
Do you know all your English?
Sorry.
All ears English?
Yes.
You
Not, no, no,
you
not
don't know them?
no,
Okay, so we're gonna exchange
no,
this info. I'm gonna exchange that one.
no.
Well, four, what's a hobby or interest you pursue that might surprise your students? For example, I like parkour and American football. What about you?
Hobby.
Yeah, something that you
Um,
do every day or something that you do in the free time that you do and it is stronger than you. You do it. It's your hobby.
oh yeah. Um, Podcast.
You're taking
No.
podcast as a hobby? Like, well, no, that's time for a podcast. You take a cup of a tea,
Yeah,
lay
because
down, no, lay
be,
down.
yes, because every day I have, even I don't teach English, even I don't speak English, even I do anything in English, every day I got at least 30 minutes listening English.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So, yes, since like 2022, I mean, because every day I was like, okay, I didn't have any English. today, so I'm gonna go ahead and put in some music or podcast or something, just my brain. And if I listen before bed, it's 50-100% then I will dream in English. That's awesome.
I know, I know what you're saying. I gotta do that with
Yeah,
Japanese. It's been more than 1 year that I'm studying Japanese, and I've never tried in a
Japanese,
Japanese podcast yet. Yeah,
Japanese.
never tried. Never tried Japanese podcast. I should do it. I've tried Japanese rap Japanese,
Rap Japanese.
rap Japanese. It is crazy
I
as
know
fucking
how
hard.
kind. Okay. Yeah,
Sorry?
I have a Japanese friend. I have a Japanese friend, and she always like trying to teach me something. She's living in Tokyo. Um, she's like ichi ni san shi go ro shi ja da da da. Does try you know?
Uh-huh.
I can be wrong, but I don't know. Itsuma aishiteru. It's I will always love you.
Yeah, not always, but I love you. I still do.
Ah, aishiteru. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
that's
I know
all
few
I.
words, only few words like watashi no koto wa or kamba wa or I don't know. It is difficult to create sentences because you're
Yeah.
studying separate like symbols, no hiragana, katakana, and kanji. The symbols are very difficult to memorize and to combine them. And I use English to understand the Japanese, like computer is like computer.
Computer,
Is this you know?
computer. Wow.
Is even like
Yes.
coat, koto, neko. Neko is like cat. Neko cat. It's like can
Yeah,
remember something, but from
it's
foreign
curious.
is different. It is curious. Only
It
curious.
yeah, it's curious because when you're learning your third language, you always mix up with the English
Yes.
because yeah, I've been learning Spanish, and then when I try to speak in Spanish, always got like oh hello or like a few words in English in my mind. I'm
I
like,
know.
shut
I
up,
know.
go
Like
away.
they say, lo siento, but I can't
Yeah,
and
pero no.
entiendo you.
Cuando intento hablar en español, pero no vengan las palabras en mi cabeza. Solo que digo,
No vengo las words, no vengo las words in my mind.
no vengan las words en mi cabeza.
In my
Yeah,
mind. No vengo las words in my
yeah,
mind.
yeah. It's so
Awesome.
hard.
Let me see next one, five. How do you incorporate your personal values in your teaching? For example, I like talking about discipline, repetition, going through obstacles and difficulties because of parkour, being able to overcome the problem. What about you?
I think a discipline and respect. Like, I'm so annoying when I want to talk, and then I want to talk like right now, and then students are still speaking. I was like, Isabella, shut up. It's not your turn. Because I'm going to talk, talk, talk. And my mom's always complaining this is about me. Like, you have to wait your turn. And like, after a month, like, teaching English, I'm better on this.
I say that almost like philosophical. If you want to know how to speak, you gotta listen more. And it's not like, oh,
Yeah.
listen because you gotta listen because you are in a hierarchy. No, you gotta listen. How you gonna say something that you've never heard?
Yes.
You gotta listen
That's
the words like for real. Like shut up and listen, goddamn it.
Yeah, and that's a cliche, but it's true. Like you have two ears and one mouth,
Yeah.
so you gotta listen. I always said to this to my kids because when I was in the United States, I used to take care of two little kids. They were four, about to turn it. When I got that, there were three, and now they're six. And then I was like, "You have two ears and one mouth." And then my boss, my husband, this is sounds so Brazilian.
This sounds so
Like,
Brazilian. Oh yeah, there's not a sentence, but like a way of thinking. The ones do not that do not know how to speak want to show people the feel that they know. And the ones that really know how to speak, they don't show people, they just know. You know, I only speak in English when it is
Mm-hmm.
necessary speaking, or I only show everything I have when I have like a native speaker here. A
Yes.
non-Portuguese speaker here, so there's no way he's gonna understand me, and then I give my best shot. I wouldn't like pour my
Mhm.
all English and spend everything I have on you. You're Brazilian,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
there's no necessity
Mm-hmm.
for me doing that. But if you were American, I would be here. Okay, let's do it to 100%. Because I
Yeah,
know
it's
that
hard.
the hole is a little deeper.
Yes. The fact is what's so funny. One day my husband like, "What would you like to eat today for dinner?" And I was like, "I don't know." And she's like, I have a feeling that I'm gonna do like sushi." And I was like, "You spoke my language."
You
Because
spoke my language. You spoke my language is awesome.
yeah, you spoke my language.
It
And
is
I
the
said it.
Brazilian English.
Yeah. And she's like, "Did I?" And I'm like, "No, never mind.
You
It's just a
spoke my language
Brazilian
is
one."
awesome. You could say that's what I'm talking about, but you spoke my language is awesome.
Yes,
Does not
yes.
even sound wrong.
Give,
I would say that. You spoke my language.
yeah. Like give her jumps.
Give your jumps. This is classic. Yeah, I like it.
This is classic.
That's deal with
Yeah.
it, right?
Oh, wow. These questions, I have a bunch of
Okay,
stories.
wait. What's the most adventurous thing you've so it is the most one singular.
The
The most
most.
adventurous thing you have ever done.
Um, I think, yeah, the scary story, but a true story. When I was in Germany, me and my a German friend, we took a train to Bielefeld, was a small city there, and we went to a festival. Man, nobody's know this because it's scary.
Too late. No, no, it's too late.
It's so interesting, yeah. And then, all right, the last train is I think like 11:30 p.m. We
Okay.
can't miss this train. Okay, okay, don't drink. We cannot miss this train. All right, both of us was like walking through the train. When we got there, like talking, we were there like 11:26 maybe, but the train was at the opposite side.
Hmm. What's up
Yes.
then? What did you do? Like cross? You got to cross?
Yes, and then we start to running to get to get for the other side, and we miss the train.
Oh, fuck.
We miss the train, and then
How
we were
did you
like, "Oh
manage to
my
go back?
gosh!" Yes, there was no bus, there was no Uber. I mean, there was Uber, but it was like 200 something euros. Um,
A
I
thousand
mean, it was
reais.
so expensive. There was no way. Um, I mean, nobody in the street, and we saw three guys over there. I was like, man, we're dead, like at all. And my friend, I was like, oh, it's okay. Germany is safe. Blah 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 blah. And then she actually called to her mother, and she didn't answer the phone. We're like, fuck up. And then a guy walked like past
Passing
walking by
by.
past us, and yeah, passing by. And then they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry you missed the train. Do you wanna hang out a little bit in my home? Um, I can do something for you guys. I can order Uber, blah 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 blah." And I was
In
like, "No,
English.
no, no way, no way, no way." Yeah, in English. But he realized that he was she was a German, and they're like talking in German.
Okay.
So I was just like this, reading.
Okay.
and
And they
and
were
then
like, license, license. Just kidding. No,
yes,
that's Russian, right?
I was like, we can trust on him. We can trust on him. Please, please, let's get an Uber. And we started to order an Uber, and nobody like accepting. I was like just crying, and
You cried in
and
front of a
then
guy?
yeah, because we were like in the middle of the train station, just me and her. Like, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in Germany. Like, what the heck? And then this guy was so like, man, you can have my wallet. you can have everything. I'm not gonna do anything for you guys, blah, 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 blah. We ended up at his house, and he cooked it for us. And when I got there, was like Canadian, like Canada flags every day, and we were just talking like, and he was not drunk, we were not drunk, and it was like, should I trust him? And then they're cooked, and then we stayed like awake, waiting the next train was like 4:30, I think.
Classic horror
Yes,
movie.
yes,
Horror movies starts
and,
like that.
yes. I mean, and then he was sleeping when he get out of the house, and we just like wrote our number, our name, and we got him a tip.
You ran
Like, thank you
away.
so much. Yes, we just like keep the door open because in Germany they always let the door open. And he's like, I'll give you the door open. And I was me and my friend like, don't sleep. We can be like,
Oh
because
my God.
I'm so scared about traffic humans. But in Germany, like she always like guaranteeing, oh, here is very safe, blah blah blah. And then yeah, we ended up at his
How old
house. He
were you
went to
that time?
bed. Was 2 years ago. I'm
2 years
28
ago.
now. Yeah, I was 26.
That's an
I was
adventure.
26. And my
Congratulations.
yeah.
I will tell the story to my friends. Well, we have a teacher that worked with us that got lost in German and went to a
But the
random
best,
guy's house and then
but the best thing,
ran away from the guy's house without saying goodbye.
and we wrote, I mean, your number on the napkin with a lipstick,
So
with a lipstick
romantic.
because we didn't have any pen or pencil. And then we like rating his message on us, but he never show up. Never ever show up. I was like, I think he was an angel because I can't remember this face like exactly. I can remember his name because his name was a name from Germany. It's
His
so hard.
address,
No, I mean I have
nothing.
his address because yeah, I have his address. But like I rather like don't thinking about because I'm alive now to tell this because at the moment I was so scared.
And
Like so
maybe the
scared.
guy was just a cool guy. And maybe when he woke
He
up,
was.
he was like, what the
He
fuck? Reading the notes,
he
like, what the fuck?
was. We tipped him for like the 10 euros because that's what we had.
Oh shit, man, that's amazing. I liked it. That was awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you,
those
ChatGPT,
are.
for the question. That's it. That's actually the adventurous thing. Well, seven. If you could have a
Oh
dinner
my
with
god.
anyone from history, like living or dead, who would it be, and what would you ask them? Got it?
Oh
Again,
my
you could have a
gosh.
dinner with anyone
Yeah.
from history. What would it be? Who would it be? And what would you ask them in this dinner? On this dinner?
Oh, but anyone from history. I don't even know.
Oh, come on.
It can be a singer.
Yeah,
No,
surely
it can be a
can.
singer.
Surely can. Why not?
Um, 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 maybe Anaí or Taylor Swift. I'm a big fan of Taylor Swift.
What's up with
That would
Taylor
be my
Swift?
dream.
Convince me. Because, everybody talks about this girl. I don't know nothing in anything about her. Taylor Swift. I know that like she's like more than a singer.
She's yeah.
I want to see her quotes now. If like she's dead today, what did Taylor Swift said that people took seriously? Let me see. Being fearless is having a lot of fear, but you jump anyway. Okay. I'm trying to be
She's
like
a country. No, she's a country. She
she's
was
a
a country
country.
singer. She was
Ah,
a country
country
but
singer.
now yeah, country singer. But now she's been singing like pop songs, romantic. She's I think her new album will release this week or maybe tomorrow. I think it's April 19th.
And
And tomorrow,
she's still releasing albums.
yes, she's
Awesome.
she's a mastermind.
We were talking about cliche
She
stuff, but look at here. Just be yourself. There is no one better. No,
Yeah.
it's always something cliche, but it's true,
Yeah,
right?
it's
So,
true.
what would be the
Yeah.
conversation you'd have with Taylor Swift on a dinner?
Um, because I was so admired about her career because she started to sing in Nashville. I mean, on those farms in the middle of nowhere, she would just had a mic and then a few people watching her, and now she's been like getting crowds and crowd stadiums full of stadiums. Like I really want to know her mind. Like she's a mastermind. I don't know how she can handle all of it. Like she can even go anywhere because everybody knows her.
Are you
So
into her like
I don't know.
interviews? Do you see like the thing
Like
I said tipo.
it is Spanish. It is Spanish.
Pero, Joe, no, just kidding. Have you seen like any of her interviews where she explains a bit of her personality and she said, like you said, that to take podcasts as a habit. Listening to podcasts sometimes is something, but having listening as a habit is different. Eminem once said that he used to read dictionaries, and that's a habit. I adopted the
Mm.
habit of reading dictionaries from Eminem. What about you with Taylor Swift? Is there anything that she does or says that you were like, "Hmm, you know what, I'm gonna take it for me"? Or nah, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think she always like don't regret for something you never try it, you know?
Oh,
She
okay.
always like she always try, even she's like afraid, even she doesn't know if it's gonna work it, and she always like try. She always like try, even if you will get wrong, but at least you try and get something by this, you know?
Is there any documentary
So
from Taylor Swift, some movie, something of her that I can watch? Because I have time to watch it. I could watch.
oh, one thing is very interesting from her. She did a speech at the something university, but I don't know if something then she like,
Created.
from her heart, or is it just
Okay.
like somebody asked her to say that?
Nowadays
I
we
don't
can
know,
trust,
but it's
right?
very
Yeah.
nice. Yes, I never trust on this people like speaking
Oh,
something.
you maybe Taylor Swift didn't even say those words here, those sentences, but as you said,
Yeah.
you gotta think about it, right? Well,
Yes.
number eight how has your teaching style evolved from your first year to now? Let's say not teaching style, but um, yeah, that like the first time you taught someone something compared to from today.
Mm, now I'm getting more videos for my students, getting more like listen because I'm learning English. Listen more than doing anything. Like when I moved to United States and I started to listen those native speaker like talking, I was like, "Hey,
Fucked.
uh-oh, yes." And then I was like, should I get more like listen? And then my brain like, and when I finally found a way to teaching to learning English, just like, whoa, I realized the difference like between like reading is
And
instead of listening.
listening. I think that
Yeah, I was listening.
podcasts are so many informations at the same time that sometimes you understand something that is so cool and it is in English and you're like, damn, that's amazing.
Yeah,
And you look to the person next to you and you're about to tell them, but you cannot explain them because it is a lot of information. It is in English and that person wouldn't understand because that was in English. And if you try to translate that part to Portuguese, they'll be like, fuck, there's no way you understand it. So we have two problems.
yeah,
Listening to a podcast and not understanding anything because you're like basic, or when you are intermediate and advanced and you understand almost everything, but you cannot like share to people because people do not speak English.
Do you know what I've been doing with my students? They're basic and like the beginners, and they're like, I share my story with them. Like I learn more like listening, and like reading. when I'm listening. And then I put some like short videos, just a minute or so, and then with no subtitles, like to her mind, listen and comprehend. And then I put the video again with subtitles. Like, did you understand more? Like, of course, way more with subtitles.
Mhm, mhm.
But like, even if you know English, it's so nice. Like, no subtitles because your brain's gonna work more. Because if
Mhm.
you do subtitles, you're gonna read. You will even like realize whether people are talking and in the real life we don't have subtitles, right?
Mhm, mhm.
So
I was thinking
yeah.
about the same thing. In real life, you don't have replay, we don't have subtitles, we don't have like velocity control. And if you make any mistake, people
Hmm.
gonna notice. They're gonna look at you like be like, what? And then we
Yes.
have like the emotional control.
Mm-hmm.
That is other
If
things, right?
depend who, if depend who you talking like with, they're always like, if you say sorry, they're like, ah, okay. Or other people is gonna say sorry, all right.
It's
Like they're gonna
okay.
explain with other way, with another
Yeah.
way, with another words, like showing something.
Hmm,
Like if
hmm.
you say, oh, I've got a new watch, and then you say, oh, what? And then like, I've got a new watch. Like you know what they're talking about.
And that's how you learn, right?
So yeah, that's how I learned. Like
By
at the beginning
experiencing.
was so hard. Yes, like experiencing.
That's nice. That's nice. And that's the way we go, actually. That's what people are
Yeah.
afraid because they're afraid of making mistakes and being judged. Because the Brazilian culture is like, oh, look at that. Ha ha ha, you made a mistake. And it's not that way in the real time, like real life. People are not that like, dumbasses. If you make a mistake, it's okay. They don't even like that you say sorry. If you make a mistake, it's okay. Damn it, nobody's perfect. Can you describe a moment
Mm.
when you felt you truly made a difference in a student's life? Oh shit, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's amazing. I think this happened last class with Erivando. He was complaining about I can't even tell the words like the alphabet, the letters. I can't even say the letters. And then I gave him a homework with a kid song. Like I
Oh,
was like, I'm so sorry, but this song changed my mind, like changed my life. So listen this, and then try to memorize those letters, and then next class I'll be like spelling, and then the next class I prepare like I spelling class,
mhm.
and he like couldn't spell like my name, his number, everything. And I was like, oh my gosh, I made the difference. And he was so proud of himself. He was so proud. He was so proud. I was like, wow,
I
I'm the
al-
right way.
I do the same thing. I always like, oh, I'm sorry, but the video I'm about to share with you, I share with like kids, but it is a reason because kids are the best learners. So there's no other
Yes,
way if I'm not gonna teach you in the way that children learn. And that was an alphabet too. There was a song.
yes.
Oh, that's
I
nice.
was like, this video is like 3 years old. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I know exactly. Well, actually, I'm gonna share it too. It is on YouTube. It is on YouTube, and you put alpha. Oh shit, alphabet. I wrote it definitely wrong. Alphabet hamster song.
Hamster song.
Yes, this one. 16 years ago. It's been 16 years that I'm teaching English.
Oh my
As you can
gosh.
see, 95 million views.
Almost 10 millions, Bill. Oh my
No,
God.
almost 100,000 million. Look here,
Oh my God.
here, 95 millions. I say 5 millions.
Uh-huh.
It was me. 5 million times it was me. And the song is like it's like too childish. But in the end, if you stopped like to sing it, that's the alphabet. Look at this. Can you hear it? Can you hear it?
No, I can't.
Let me share it with sound.
Um,
Fuck, man.
yeah, share
I
with
don't
some.
believe that I'm watching this thing 16 years ago.
Oh, man.
and that repeats.
Yes.
But in the end, you're gonna be
Get in
like
your
A, B,
mouth.
C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P because you were singing a song, not saying an alphabet. Well, that was a
Yeah.
moment. I think that's the not the last because I have a last one on my mind. So, what's something you were looking forward to learning or trying out today in the upcoming school year? No, not upcoming
Mm,
school, nothing to do with school, but only upcoming.
yeah, upcoming. I'm looking forward to move to another country because it's so hard to adapt it in Brazil again after 2 years living there.
Hmm.
Um, yes. So, but I don't know where exactly. So maybe United States again, but I'm not sure. So I've been teaching and learning English to take the IELTS to maybe get a, green card with
Hmm.
a visa, a better visa, because you have to be proficient in English. There's no way to
Mhm.
get a work visa.
I think
Mm.
that you are on the right path. I would suggest you advanced students, students that would challenge you enough for you to create lessons that you didn't have. Something like
Hmm.
teach the lessons you wanted to have as a student, now, and that's your time. Yeah, that's your time to show people what you haven't seen. So you prepare with like ChatGPT, specifically personalizes lessons. Try
Uh-huh.
to teach advanced students to students that have the same level that you have. It is possible.
Yeah.
It is possible. I
It
spent
is.
like 2 years teaching a guy that came to me already speaking English. 2 years talking about
Yeah.
anything. We're talking about the Bible, we're talking about partnership, we're talking about like partnership, like business stuff, IT, technology. And when we got ChatGPT, we stopped our classes. Just so now we have like infinity possibilities there in the classroom. Actually, if the students want to have
Yeah.
classes forever, they're gonna have classes forever. So if you want to
Mm-hmm.
improve your English by teaching, have students that make you feel like afraid of them. Like, fuck, today I have this.
Yes. Like you have to get out of your comfort zone at
Yes.
all.
Then they're gonna thank
Yes.
me. It is easy and it is boring teaching basics. It is.
Yeah.
But once you have a real
Mm-hmm.
student, like we have in Portuguese the difference, aluno e estudante. In English is student. But in Portuguese, we
Mm-hmm.
have the morphology of word, like where aluno means no light. Like there's no light. He's learning because he gotta learn. His students comes from the guy that studies for real. He stopped what he's doing for learning. Like you are listening, a podcast listener. You know how to listen and when to listen, right? And that
Yeah.
listening it is important. So to you, listening is more than just like, oh, an exercise. It is a habit.
Yes.
So
Yeah. I always like to like shadowing, shadowing everything that I'm doing. Like if I'm listening a new song, okay, I got 60% of the words. I'm gonna
mhm.
search for words like the meaning. It's
Oh, if you
This is a
want
life
to have it,
changing.
I can find it. We're gonna find like a advanced student and we'll remember about it and I give you one advanced student.
Sure.
You can teach them like phonology, um, deeper grammar, structure, like dense texts. We can even talk about podcasts like I have 1 hour of class. You spend 10 minutes, 15 minutes listening to a real podcast, and then we discuss about this podcast later on. Do like
Yes,
real shit
that
with
would be
your
great.
students.
Yes.
Things that you like, fuck, if my students do this homework, I gotta correct this homework. And this homework is hard. I don't want to correct this homework.
No homework.
No
Just kidding.
homework.
Yeah, it's so hard, like to talking about other contents, such like politics.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Hard as fuck. No, don't even mention it.
yes, philosophy. Like nursing for me, it's getting better because I've been studying every day, like headache, fever, those terms. But
But
like,
philosophy it is easy because you're going to discuss your opinion with the other guy's opinion. You gotta get in a conclusion. You're gonna discuss about it. You're gonna think about it and think again about it. Because philosophy, that's it. It's like The
It's
love
so hard.
of knowing, right?
Yeah, and I don't even know how talking about politics, even in Portuguese,
Me too. Because
because I'm like,
it
man,
is
I don't want to talk about this.
everybody's like so controversial. Like, I don't like that, but I like it. And if I like it, that means that I'm from this side. And if I say that I like that, at the same time, I can't like that because I'm from this side. But I like that.
Yes,
And like, fuck, man,
yeah,
what
I
am I
don't
trying
like
to?
either. I don't like either side. So I'm not voting for like 10 years, I think.
No, yeah, me too. I do not vote. As a
So
teacher, I can vote on someone that do not speak English. Seriously,
yeah,
I wouldn't vote on someone that do not represent me. Do this guy
yeah,
speak English?
yes,
Okay, if I look into the president and the president's like, oh, today I came here and I'd like to thank everybody for showing up. This has been a pleasure being
yes.
here. I'll be that's the guy. But nah, what haven't got? What haven't we got?
Do, do you know some interesting thing? I have seven requirements for my husband. If I don't find these requirements, I'm not gonna marry anyone.
Oh,
That's true.
what are these requirements?
Well, I think it's 7 or 8. Like should be a funny guy, should be Christian, should be know 2 or more languages,
Fair enough.
should know play at least one instrument because this is show how your personality is. Should love kids and pets.
Okay, fair enough.
uh, he cannot be like a nurse or something for the health area, like nurse or
Why?
because if you get with somebody, nurse or doctor or something that this area, you're just gonna talk about this. It's so
Ah,
annoying.
okay, I know.
Yeah. And the last one, but not least, is has like a great relationship with parents or like grandmas or who be raised him. So
A good
that's my
relationship.
requirement.
A good relationship.
A good relationship.
What if the guy has like everything that you said, but has no parents? Like, oh, my parents were those like couple of motherfuckers.
I know it's okay. It's okay.
So there's a
It's
limit.
okay.
Like,
But if he has like all these requirements and he be like a short guy, I can't too. Yeah, it has to be tall. It's like a 9
okay, I got it.
requirement.
Because in case you got lost again in German in the middle of the night, you have a guy that speak other languages, you know.
Yeah,
Gonna be there praying with
instruments.
you.
Love to live abroad. I love like who always like is traveling. Oh, I've been in 15 countries, and I was like, oh my gosh, I wish.
Well, we are
Yeah,
almost
all right,
finishing. And the last
all
question,
right.
it is a requirement. I am like being more as being an English speaker than an English teacher. So I'm in a position. You are the teacher here today. I am in a position of learning. Can you teach me
Learning.
anything that you know with sentences or like a belief, something that you carry to that is being recorded? People gonna see this in the future. You're gonna see this in the future. Hi, Isabella from the future. How's it going? You are about to teach me something. So here we go.
I would
Anything.
say, I would say, don't give up because that's not the way. If you have like a easy way and a hard way, choose the hard way because this is gonna it's that's worthy because if you choose the easy way, you're like, I might get the hard way, but I didn't try. So if you go the hard, like work hard, study hard, do your best, be kind, be gentle, and then it will be like all the things will be added for you to you.
That's
So
awesome. And see again, if you die tomorrow, if you like die, that's gonna be your last words. That's gonna be cliche. That's Taylor Swift. I'm just kidding.
Taylor Swift, be yourself. No, I'm just kidding.
Trust your dreams.
Like
Last thing. What would you say for yourself from the future? because you're gonna watch this in the
Future.
future to see yourself speaking English in the past. So hi Isabella from the future and again. This is you from the past, and I have a message to you. You have a
All
message to
right,
yourself, actually.
I have a message to Isabella from future. I think I would say like you got it. You are working in the hospital in Minnesota, and get paid so well, and you are now with one child. It's okay. Uh, and you have a great family, and you're doing your best. And thank you for never give up of yourself. That's why I would just say.
Nice. It is nice that you have the whole script, right?
No, it's just a
Just
script.
just kidding, just kidding. Well, I would like to say that if you need anything at all, at any time, just hit me. You have my private number. You know, I have the obligation to help you at any time. Do not expect me to coming up to like say, "Hey, Isabella, need you to do this or that," because you do whatever you want. You are the teacher of your classroom. I hope your students have a great time with you. I believe they're gonna have a good time with you because of your stories and everything. I have to say,
Yeah.
what I have to say is what I say on the end of all classes. It is don't mix up drugs, Russia's in the middle of the night. Germans. Girls,
Don't miss the train.
don't miss the train. Don't miss of alcoholic drinks, cigarettes,
No alcoholic drinks, no
and
cigarette,
Brazilian song.
cigarettes, and no Brazilian. I